Eriksen returns to full team training of Manchester United. Welcome to the United Matters channel. How are you guys and where are you watching us from? It's good news. After scooping 1 point from Anfield yesterday and today, this morning, the Man United website have gone ahead to confirm to us that the guy, Eriksen, is back in full team training at Carrington. And smash the like button close to 100 times. Don't forget to subscribe, guys, because we want to hit 17,000 subscribers before the end of this year, and hope you guys are obviously going to help us make it. Even Chris Wilder has also gone ahead and really come out and really told us that Casemiro, Amad Diallo, Mason Mount, because you all need to know about that update coming in from those players, plus Lisandro Martinez and so on and so forth. So we thank God for the gift of life. The Muslim is Barakallahu Fikum, and I think everything is obviously working on well, and let's obviously proceed to where we deserve to be as the side of United Matters channel. Being a fan channel of Man United, you're not supposed to miss out on anything concerning Man United, and that's what we are doing for you here onto this beautiful YouTube channel. And let's start it off with this, as it's being brought to us by the website of Man United. They went ahead and really put out a very long article, but I went ahead to cut out the most important bits of it. Eriksen has returned to working with this team, with his teammates, following a month-long spell on the sidelines. He hasn't featured since the 1-0 home win over Luton Town on Saturday, 11th November. He was sidelined for league games against Everton, Newcastle, Chelsea, Bournemouth and Liverpool. He also missed 2 Champions League fixtures, the 3-3 draw with Galatasaray in Istanbul and United's 1 home defeat to Bayern Munich. Eriksen was involved in this morning's training session following Sunday's goalless draw at Anfield, where Luke Shaw and Marcus Rashford returned to the side after injury and illness, respectively. So, Eriksen is back. Eriksen is back, and what a way to obviously see him return to full team training of Man United. And if you really wish the team of United well, all you need to do is to see to it that they obviously see all their first team players back. That is it. If they obviously go ahead and see their first team, the entire first team back, all 90% of their first team back, a lot will obviously come in a positive way for the club of Manchester United. And trust me, there is no way the team of Man United is going to really implode. That is it. Because if these players continue returning and doing the needful for the club of Man United, nothing is going to stop us from obviously excelling to the levels that we expect to be as a club of Man United. Eriksen has been really pivotal, and for me, I want to see, when we are having Eriksen, Casemiro, Kobe Menu, Amrabat, Bruno Fernandes and Scott McTominay, and see how Erik Ten Hag is going to be picking up his team, because I want to see whether Scott McTominay is really one of those players that is going to keep on that field of play. I don't really see it. When you're having Casemiro, Amrabat, Eriksen, Kobe Menu and Bruno Fernandes plus Eriksen, those are 6 midfielders, and this guy to get ahead of them, I don't see that. And if I really want to see our midfield operating at full pelt, we need Casemiro, right? When you're playing like weak teams, right? You'll need Casemiro and Eriksen plus Bruno Fernandes playing ahead of them, or Amrabat and Casemiro plus Bruno playing ahead of them. Now, when you're playing a huge team, you need to be having Casemiro and Amrabat in that mix, because you'll need those 2 players there. And yesterday, however much Kobe Menu is really talented, but we really missed out on Casemiro. That is it. We really missed out on Casemiro. And by the way, it was a blessing, this guys, that Eriksen was not available in the game of Liverpool, because Ten Hag would have gone ahead to opt for Eriksen to play alongside Amrabat. Obviously, Eriksen doesn't have the legs to obviously match the pace that Kobe Menu brought up into that midfield. So for me, I'm excited for him to return, especially in these games that are remaining in the Premier League. We're going to have to play 17 and we're left with 21. So out of the 21, if we can go ahead and really win like 17, if we win 17, those are like 51 points. Add them to the 28, those are 80 points. That will be a very good addition from the 75 that we had, and adding on those, those will be very, very good points for the club of Manchester United. And trust me, if Eriksen is back and Casemiro returns and Mason Mount available, I want all the midfielders to be available and I want him to be fully fit. With us playing one game a week, that means competition is going to be huge, that the manager will obviously have a lot to obviously rotate. And I want to see where these other top teams are obviously going to hide from us, because we won't be playing as many games as they are playing, and they obviously find us fresh. And there is something I'm going to hate to notice, that in the second round of the league, we are hosting Arsenal, we are hosting Newcastle, we are hosting Liverpool, we are hosting Manchester City. So we are going to host 4 top teams, and we can snatch points off them. The only thing we're supposed to do is, let's not drop more points. That is it. Let's not drop more points that you're supposed to be collecting as a club. And Eriksen helps you into this mix because he gives you more control, in that midfield. He gives you more control in that midfield, especially when it comes to really building from the back. So if you have him, you're 100% sure of your team building from the back very, very well and really getting results by connecting the midfield to the attack. So congratulations to Eriksen for getting back. We missed you, that is it, because we are really playing very well by the time you really got injured, and we appreciate all what is being done by the physios to see that these players of United are really back. Now, Chris Wilder, he's a football writer for the Daily Mail, has confirmed to us that Eriksen returned to training at Man United today. Amad Diallo understood to be the next in line for his comeback, followed by Mason Mount, Tyrell Malacia and Lisandro Martinez. Casemiro, the last one, expected back. So I think Casemiro is also nearing return, because Casemiro has been seen training alone. Amad Diallo is part of the team of Man United, and I think he's really one of those players that are really working hard to see to it that they return before the end of the year and play part in the season of Manchester United. Mason Mount, I think he just needs to obviously get off some time, and I think that should obviously help him to see to it that he gets to where he deserves to be when United really needs him best, because the pressure is really high. When you look at how Kobe Menu performed away at Anfield, you ask yourself, does he really have a chance to obviously start ahead of Kobe Menu? So these are things that we should put into action as a club of Man United and really understand that we need more and more and more players at the club of Manchester United. So the players are back, and let me show you how Eriksen and other players really trained this morning. Remember, most of the players that really went ahead to obviously play 90 minutes, I think, were not part of this training session, because this was a recovery one that was did at Carrington this morning. So Eriksen and Marcus Rashford obviously walking around Carrington. That is Eriksen for you. You see him very well. Then Facundo Pellistri and Sergio Reguilon. Remember, Facundo Pellistri came on through and really played like 20 minutes. Then Sergio Reguilon never played a single game. Then Shora Shoretire and Sam Mare. Shora Shoretire really went ahead to score. I think we're playing against Everton. The game ended 3-2 in the under-21s of Man United and put in a very good shift. And even Sam Mare was one of those that really took part into that game, I think, on Saturday. So they reported to the first team training today. Then Joe Higgill is here. Toby Colga is here. Shora Shoretire is here. Then Willy Kambwala making his first squad appearance for the club of Man United on Sunday. As we played against Liverpool, he was part of the bench, meaning that he's not far off from obviously making his debut into the starting 11. And if he continues to convince Erik ten Hag, then all will be okay. Then this is Hannibal. So Hannibal took part of the training because he also played very few minutes in the game of Liverpool versus Man United. Then Eriksen, the man that you're talking about, and Ben McCarthy behind him, and this guy. Guys, Isaac Hansen Aaron. Remember this name. Remember that name. Can I repeat it? Isaac Hansen Aaron. This boy is going to be the next superstar at Man United. Very, very talented. Do you know how Luka Modric plays? This is how this guy plays in the central attacking midfield of the game, all of the pitch. He plays very, very well. And Isaac Hansen Aaron, the few times I've gone ahead to see him play, he's really very, very exciting. And trust me, he's in the right hands of Erik ten Hag, and he's really doing great. Marcus Rashford taking a touch, and he's smiling during the training session. And when he came on through, for the previous 2 games he's played for Man United while coming off the bench, I've loved one thing about him. His energy. His energy his intensity, and the yellow card he got yesterday against Liverpool, I really liked it. That's what we call fighting. You don't give a chance. Don't give a chance. And that's what Marcus Rashford would hate to do at Anfield. Hannibal also came in through and played some 10-15 minutes. He came on and replaced Kobe Menu. Then Scott McTominay dropped deep into the double pivot with Amrabat, and Hannibal was playing ahead of them. And Hannibal is really talented, and I know why Ten Hag is keeping him around. Yet teams like Luton Town were interested in him. Now, this is a photo. Bennett is here, Marcus Rashford, Donny van de Beek, whose medical has already been set, and he might fly on Wednesday to Munich to obviously go ahead and really do the medical. Then Maximilian Oyedele, he comes, and Facundo Pellistri were also part of the training session of Man United. Darren Fletcher, technical director, doing the instructions at Man United training ground. Then Eriksen and Eric Ramsey. Eric Ramsey is the set-piece coach of Manchester United, and Eriksen comes in through to do the needful and obviously return. So the highlight is all about Eriksen's return. And then we are having Eric Ramsey. Obviously, this is Eric Ramsey, Toby Collier behind here, and Matteo Mejia. Mejia is really one of the most talented guys I've seen in the academy of Man United, and that's why you see to it that in the next two seasons, you're going to be shocked that the team of Man United might be full of players coming in from the academy, because quality is at its epitome, and Ten Hag is really teaching them well. Then we are having Sam Mather and Bennett. This is Bennett and this is Sam Mather. Obviously also took part into the training session. Then Darren Fletcher looking on, Donny van de Beek. This is the guy. This is Mejia. The guy is really great. Facundo Pellistri and Hannibal into the... Is this a rendo? I think it's not a rendo. It was last a passing session. Then Toby Collier, Steve McLaren. This is Toby Collier, Steve McLaren. This is Hannibal. This is Shora Shoretire, and this is Sam Mather. So those are the players that we took part into the morning session, and the other players of Man United, I think, have gone ahead to be given a holiday, and I know they're returning to training either on Tuesday or Wednesday, and we'll be updating you exactly what is happening at that side. If at all Casemiro returns into the first team training, we'll be here letting you know that the man is back. So thank you very much for watching through. Tell me your thoughts about Eriksen returning to full training, as Casemiro, Lisandro Martinez and Amad Diallo expected next. It is going to be very important for him to return as we go to play away at West Ham over the weekend. That means we're going to be having better options on the bench. So I'm signing out for now. See you later, and may the living God bless you abundant. Rokan David is my name. Ciao, ciao. The Muslims, Barak Laufik.